I used to be 350 pounds, and I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of fun. I always said that I had fat privilege. Let me share a few of my favorite things that I miss about being as fat as I once was. I'm still fat, don't get me wrong. I have no desire to really get super skinny, but like being medium fat was good enough for me, okay? For one, I could eat and eat and eat and eat and like never get full. I could eat so much food. And it was just fun. It was just fun that my body was able to just like handle eating so much food. It was fun. It was a good time. Not gonna lie. Along with that, I used to be able to just eat whatever I wanted. Like I could just eat at fast food places. I could eat wherever. Greasy food, greasy, unhealthy food. And I could just eat it and not feel like shit. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or if it's because I changed my diet up some, but I can't like, when I go to McDonald's, I get a headache from eating McDonald's. I used to eat so much McDonald's. Oh, McDonald's Coke. Oh, so good. Now I try to drink a McDonald's Coke and I'm like, it's too sweet. I can't, it's like too much. I can't do it. My friend told me I should try their Diet Coke, so I might have to try that. But like, Diet Coke, gross. Ew. Also, would get so much free food. I remember going to Auntie Anne's one time and I ordered 2 pretzels because I'm fat, so I would always get 2 for myself to eat. And the person working gave me, no joke, 6 extra for free. They just piled them in. I had so many pretzels. And I remember one time I went to get donuts and I think I got 3. All I ordered was 3. And I got 2 dozen donuts. I got all of the rest for free. And these were like gourmet donuts. These were like, each donut was $5. Fantastic. That was fun. Other things I enjoyed about being fat. Ooh, this one might make some people mad. But when I would go to the airport and I would go up to the front and I would hand them my luggage, this was specifically with Southwest, they'd be like, hey ma'am, would you like a second seat for free? I was so fat, they would just give me a second seat for free just by looking at me. And when they didn't give me a seat for free, most of the time, no one would sit by me anyways, unless it was a completely full flight. And that kind of sucked because I would have to like I would always sit in the window and I would like shove my fat as much as I could into the side of the wall. But yeah, I still smushed the person next to me. Sorry about that. People who had to sit next to me on a plane. Yeah, but talking about seat privileges, when I would share a ride with my friends and we would all drive somewhere together, I'd always get the front seat because my butt was the biggest. I never had to be stuck in the back middle seat. Fucking love that. Now I have to sit in the back seat sometimes. Never in the middle though. Still got that privilege. This is cool. If you're not plus size or a woman, you might not know this, but like most clothing stores, if they're plus size, they only go up to a 3X. So whenever I would go shopping, I would always just buy the biggest size. And it would either fit me or it wouldn't fit me. But I knew to always just buy the biggest size. Now I have to like always look at my measurements and try to figure out what size I am. And sometimes it works and sometimes it's like much more complicated. And I get much more choices, which is fun. But not having a lot of choices saved me money. And because my feet were so fat, the only shoes I could ever really fit in were Torrid shoes. So my shoe options were really limited. So I would save a lot of money. And it just made buying things really simple because I didn't have a lot of choices. Now I have much more choices, which is fun. But there was some benefit to just not having a lot of choices. Yeah. Thinking, you're watching this. Subscribe to me. Dating? What? Dating was good when you were plus size? In a way, because when you are plus size, I feel like men are very upfront with their intentions. I don't know why that is, but most men, either with their words directly or indirectly, pretty much let you know that they're only looking to boink some nuggets. So if that's not what you want, you don't waste your time because, hey, do you want to come over to my house instead of like taking me out on a real date? No, I don't. Go fuck yourself. So then I knew right away not to waste my time with them. People wouldn't talk to me as much in public when I was fatter. As someone who's antisocial, love that. Now people be trying to talk to me. Uber drivers. It's always Uber drivers. I don't know. People talk to me more. It's good for me. It helps me practice my socialization skills. but I do kind of just like to exist and people not bother me. Man, when I would ride on the train or I would go to like a movie theater alone, no one would ever sit next to me. Just like on the airplane, people would just like stay away from me, and I always had like a bubble of space around me, and I loved it. Also loved, I was often the biggest person everywhere I went, at least in Chicago. When I went back home to Minnesota, there was sometimes people bigger than me, and it always was like, how dare you be fatter than me? I want to be the fattest. I don't know why I liked it, but I like being the fattest person in the room. It just made me feel special, you know? This one might be a little bit TMI. So I'm on birth control. I've been on birth control since I was 14, even though I wasn't fooling around. I didn't have any plan of fooling around, but I refuse to have baby. I refuse. So just in case anything ever happened, as soon as I could get on birth control, I took myself to the clinic and I got on birth control without my parents' permission. I didn't want to have babies. Fuck them kids. Okay. My mom had her first kid at like 15, my birth mom. Never was interested in having kids without it being by choice. Since I was in college, I got the arm implant one, and I thought I wasn't getting a period because of my arm implant birth control, and I would just never have a period. I would have a period like once a year, and when I did have a period, sometimes it would be like super light. It was like nothing. But then I lost weight, and I started getting a period more regularly. Periods aren't fun. I don't want to have a period. And I'm still on the same birth control. So I think it really was that I was just so fat, I just wasn't having a period. Which, like, turn up, not having a period was dope. I loved being fat. Being fat was great. I thought I was hot. I loved how my body looked. Getting fat really helped me become more confident as well. Something in my brain liked how I looked fat. And that's why I still am fat. And I would never want to be skinny. I think just how my body was made, it looks better with some extra weight on it. Personally, that's what I like. It's my preference. But also, I needed to be a little bit realistic. My joints were starting to hurt from how much I weighed. I was struggling to walk. I think you could hear me like heavy breathe all the time. Yeah. Yep. Being fat was fun. Did like it. I did. If I could just like have an avatar on my body where I could just like boot my nose and just be like big and then like not have health issues, and that'd be cool. I miss being able to eat so much food. It was so fun. Yep. Yep. Okay. Talk to you next time. Goodbye. Also, let me know if you have any video ideas, what I should make videos about. Yeah, you gonna subscribe? Subscribe. When I quit my job someday, I think that would be cool. So if you subscribe, that would really help me. Thank you. I promise I'll make videos that make you happy. I can't promise that, but like...